Hi, today I'm going to show you the decrease bind off, which is my favorite kind of knitting bind off because it never gets too tight and is a little bit stretchy. So here we go. Here are my needles loaded up with my stitches. I have 8 stitches in this case, right? So I'm ready to start my bind off. I have enough rows for my project and I've decided I want to take this off the needles now. So here I go. I'm going to hold my needles like I'm ready to ride a motorcycle, vroom vroom. I'm going to push these 2 stitches together. So I have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I'm going to push these together and pretend they are 1, and now I only have 7. I'm going to knit these first 2 stitches together as if they are 1 stitch. So I'm going to knit 2 of them at the same time. 1, 2. Yarn goes around the back and in between. Give a little tug through the window. Pull through that loop and slide it off. Now I have 7 stitches, 6 and 1. I'm going to put this right back on my first needle. Let's double check how many we have. Now we only have 7. Excellent. We've cast off 1 stitch. Let's do that again now. We're going to push these 2 stitches together and pretend they are 1. We're going to knit 2 together. Knit them as if they are 1 stitch. See, there's 2. We're going to knit them like they're 1. Wrap my yarn around the back needle like always. Give that little tug like always. Pull through your loop like always. Slide off those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. That makes 6. I've bound off 2 of my 8 stitches. Remember, this needle's empty because I put this back on. Let's do this again. We're going to push these 2 stitches together. Knit them as if they are 1. So this is called knit 2 together. And that is a decrease stitch that is used for other things, but it's also used in this particular bind off, which is why they call it the decrease bind off. Knit 2 together. Yarn goes around the back and in between. Give a little tug. Pull that loop through. Slide it off like always and put it back on. And when you put it back on, it goes point to point, right? Both points together. 5. Push these 2 together. Pretend they are 1 and knit 2 together. There's my 2 stitches, right? 2 together. Wrap your yarn around the back needle like always. Give that little pull. There's that loop. Pull it right through. Slide it off and put it back on. Point to point. Point to point when you put it back on. 4. Knit 2 together. See, there's 2 stitches together. I just push them together and pretend they're 1. Wrap my yarn around the back needle. Give that little tug. Slide your loop through. Push off these 2 because you're done. And put it back on. 3. Knit 2 together. Wrap your yarn around the back needle only, like always. Pull that nice and snug. Pull through your loop through the window. Slide off your old stitches. And put it back on. Last one. Knit 2 together. Wrap your yarn around the back needle only. Pull it just a little bit so you can pull that loop through. Slide it off. I only have 1 left now. Now what you do is this. Put this needle down. You're going to pull this out, I don't know, a couple inches, like the long as your finger maybe. And then you're going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut this right here. Snip. And then you're going to pull this piece out. I don't want to do it because I need to use this yarn again. So that's the end of this demo.